Haber, not that haber, this haber. On this video, we're going to practice the verb haber in Spanish. It's not tener, to have. Check out my YouTube video on the verb to have. And it doesn't mean ser or estar. Also, check out my video on the verbs ser and estar. Haber has two different uses in Spanish. In one of them is the impersonal one. The second one is the compound tense. On this video, I'm going to focus on the impersonal one, but I want to give you some ideas about the compound tense. The compound tenses, for example, the most common one is the present perfect, to have done something. There is also the past perfect, which is had done something. And there are two more compound tenses for the subjunctive, which is an advanced level of Spanish. In the present perfect, like I said before, is to have done something. We need the verb haber conjugated in the simple present. Has, ha, hemos, habéis for vosotros instead, and they for you guys. And then this conjugation is followed by another verb ending in ado or ido, which is called participle in Spanish and also in English. So remember, it means to have done something. On the other hand, the personal way of using the verb haber, some important ideas. There is no plural agreement. So there is no plural form of the impersonal one because it's impersonal. The next one, only a few conjugations matter. This is great news for all of us because you don't need to learn a lot of conjugations. You just need to learn very few words. Again, the next one. Spanish speakers use it constantly. This is important, and this is one of my core principles. Learn practical, frequent things that you will use all the time, that you will hear, and that people will say all the time. And the last one, not possession or location. It introduces existence. This is the most important word. Now, even though I'm not focusing on the compound tense, I want to give you some examples so you have an idea. Here, the verb to have conjugated and the second verb ending in ado or ido. He estado en Italia. I've been to Italy. Nunca he comido caviar. I have never eaten caviar. ¿Has visto Titanic? Have you watched or have you seen Titanic? These are just some examples. This is a very important topic. I'm going to make a video about this particular topic with all the uses, the keywords, examples, and questions. But right now, let's go back to the personal one. In present, the word is I. Remember that I means there is or there are. But we will translate ser, estar, or tener. Let me give you some examples. Hay mucha gente en el bar. There is a lot of people in the bar. Hay. This is going to be an important word also. The quantifier. Mucha gente. No hay problema. This is a very important phrase. Most people think that the phrase is no problema, no problema. And we see it all the time on TV, people saying no problema, no problema. Well, actually, the right sentence is no hay problema. No hay. We actually say there is no problem. The next one. A question. ¿Hay algo para comer? Is there anything to eat? Hay algo para comer. And then, an important note here. Don't use el, la, los, las with the impersonal of haber. So, don't say hay el teléfono. This article is not necessary. We need to say hay un teléfono. Now let's go to the form in the simple past. The first one is the indefinido. Remember that indefinido is for specific moments in the past. And the construction is going to be hubo. Hubo is there was or there were for specific moments in the past. specific situations in the past, especially events. Example, hubo un accidente. There was an accident. Here, it's very important to practice connected speech. Hubo un accidente. It's not hubo un accidente. It's un accidente. The next one. Hubo una fiesta. There was a party. Specific moment. Hubo un problema. There was a problem. Specific moment. Hubo una tormenta. There was a storm. No hubo tiempo. There was no time. A common mistake here that even many Spanish speakers make is to say hubieron. Hubieron is incorrect. Don't say hubieron, it doesn't sound good. Say hubo. No plural form needed. Now, the perfect form, imperfecto, is había. Remember that there are no plural forms, just había. Habían is also a very common mistake. Even Spanish speakers make it all the time. When do we use había? When we talk about descriptions, when we set the background information. This is not about specific moments, it's about general ideas. Había muchos niños en la playa. There were many kids at the beach. Había poca gente en el parque. There were few people in the park. No había nadie en casa. There was nobody at home. So the negative form is no había. Había un restaurante buenísimo. There was, or there used to be, an amazing restaurant. Había un libro en la mesa. There was a book on the table. One more is the pretérito perfecto, which is present perfect. Habido. Attention with the pronunciation. The two A's merge. So you don't say ha habido, you say habido. Habido means there have been or there has been. In Spanish, it's always singular because it's impersonal. So the construction han habido is a very common mistake as well. Let's practice some examples. Ha habido muchos accidentes. There have been many accidents. Ha habido momentos difíciles. There have been difficult moments, difficult times. Ha habido problemas. There have been problems. No ha habido un cambio. There hasn't been a change. Ha habido tres señales. There have been three signs. Now here we have the number 3. With impersonal, we can use numbers. Ha habido tres señales. There have been three signs. The future is habrá. Again, no plural form. Another common mistake. Many Spanish speakers say habrán, and that's not correct. We only use habrá. There will be. Habrá una fiesta en la playa. There will be a party at the beach. Habrá muchos invitados en la boda. There will be many guests at the wedding. No habrá tiempo para descansar. There won't be any time for rest. Habrá mucha comida después. There will be a lot of food afterwards. Habrá tiempo para pensarlo. There will be time to think about it. Now, the ir a plus verb in the future for plans and predictions. Va a haber. Attention here. The two A's connect and these A's connect as well. The H is silent. So you say va a haber. Va a haber. Va a haber. We don't say va a haber. Nobody says that. If you want to speak good Spanish, you need to learn this pronunciation. Va a haber. Va a haber is there will be or there is gonna be. For plans and predictions, like I already said. Let's practice with some examples. Va a haber un concierto. There's gonna be a concert. Va a haber muchas actividades. There are gonna be a lot of activities. Va a haber una tormenta. There is gonna be a storm. No va a haber mucha gente. There isn't gonna be a lot of people. Va a haber muchos cambios. There are going to be a lot of changes. And again, we don't use the plural form. So, van a ver is a common mistake, even for Spanish speakers. Now, I wanted to add the most useful keywords for this topic, for the impersonal. And they are called indefinite quantifiers. The first one is mucho, mucha, muchos, muchas. Here's a topic that I'm just going to touch a little bit because later on I'm going to make a video about a very important topic. The topic is countable and uncountable nouns. Here, mucho and mucha are going to be uncountable, so they're going to be for singular nouns. And muchos, muchas are going to be countable, so they're going to be used with plural nouns. That's the general idea. So let me give you an example. Hay muchos niños. There are many kids. There are many children. Kids, niños, are plural. That's why you say muchos. Masculine plural. The noun and the quantifier agree in gender and in number. Then we have poco, poca, pocos, pocas. Few or a little. Hay poco tiempo. There is little time. Demasiado, demasiada, demasiados, demasiadas. Too much or too many. Demasiado, demasiada is uncountable, singular. Too much. Demasiados, demasiadas are countable, so it's too many. Hay demasiados carros. Poco here. There are too many cars. Bastante, bastantes. Quite a lot or quite a few. Singular, uncountable. Plural, countable. Hay bastantes personas. There are quite a few people. Algún, alguna, algunos, algunas. Uncountable, singular. Countable, plural. Some or a few. Hay algunos estudiantes. There are some students. Varios, varias. This is always plural. Several. Hay varias situaciones. There are several situations. Tanto, tanta, tantos, tantas. As much, singular, uncountable. Tantos, tantas. As many, plural, countable. Hay tantos recursos. There are so many resources. One more. Numerals. If you use a number with I, or había, hubo, haber, o habrá, we use I. Hay tres perros. There are 3 dogs. I hope this video has helped you a lot. Now, let's test what you learned in this video. Quiz time. The first one. There is a lot of water. How do you say that? Hay mucha agua. Hay mucha agua. Did you get it right? Let's check number 2. There were 3 cars. As a description. Think about it. Got it? Let's check. Había, because it's a description. 3 carros. Or coches. How was that? Number 3. There was an accident. A specific time in the past. Think about it. Hubo un accidente. How are you doing? Are you doing great? I hope so. Number 4. There's going to be a party for the future. It's a plan or a prediction. Got the sentence? Va a haber una fiesta. Va a haber una fiesta. Remember the 3 A's connect. Va a haber una fiesta. 5. There will be too much food. Habrá demasiada comida. Demasiada comida. I'm sure you did a great job, and I guarantee that if you watch this video several times, it will help you to understand and to speak better Spanish. Now, I'm sure that you want to keep learning. That's why I'm leaving this video over here where you can practice connected speech. This video will give you an aha moment on why you can understand native Spanish speakers and why you cannot be understood when you speak Spanish.